catch me if I fall.
A very good evening to you. Welcome to the 2024 Europa League Final from Dublin, Ireland. It's Atalanta against Bayer Leverkusen. Leverkusen just 2 games away from a completely unbeaten season. Can Atalanta, who have put out some big names on the road to this final, stop Leverkusen in their tracks from another European trophy? Or will Bayer Leverkusen continue on that sensational run under Xabi Alonso? The scene is set in Dublin at the Aviva Stadium tonight. 2 teams that would love a European trophy, and both teams having sensational seasons, and they want to cap it off with a European night to remember in one of Europe's biggest capitals. As the players in the tunnels this evening, we do have the teams and some interesting team news as well for you this evening. Stay with us here in LFS. We'll give you the live updates, the live commentary of the 2024 Europa League Final as it happens. As the players coming out of that tunnel at the Aviva Stadium and ready to come onto the pitch to start the game. That trophy awaits them. Stands on a plinth as the players walk either side and out to the anthem of the Europa League. Who will be champions of this competition tonight? Bayer Leverkusen or Atalanta? To tonight's teams. Let's have a look at them. Atalanta, Giampiero Gasparini's side start with Juan Musso in goal. A back 5 of David Zappacosta, Berat Jimcic, who's the captain this evening, Isak Hien, Sead Kolasinac and Matteo Ruggieri in defence. Edison and Turi Koopmeiners are in midfield, with a front 3 of Charles de Ketelaere, Adamola Lookman and Gianluca Scamacca. Amongst those on the bench for Atalanta tonight, Francisco Rossi, Toloi Pasalic as well as in there, Durun on the bench if needed, and Alexei Miranchuk. For the unbeaten Bayer Leverkusen, Matej Kovar starts in goal, a back 5 of Josip Stanisic, Edmund Tapsoba, Jonathan Tah, the captain, Piero Hincapié and Alejandro Grimaldo in defence. In midfield, Granit Xhaka and Ezekiel Palacios, with a front 3 of Jeremy Frimpong, Florian Wirtz and Amin Adli. On the bench for Leverkusen tonight, amongst them Hradecki, Kusunu Tella, Andrik Iglesias, Boniface and Patrick Schick as well, amongst those on the bench for Xabi Alonso's side. Atalanta against Bayer Leverkusen in the 2024 Europa League Final, and kick-off from Dublin is on the way next.
I'll put you in a grade 6 feet like Kenny.
Welcome back. Very good evening from Dublin, where Atalanta take on Bayer Leverkusen for that European title. Atalanta's first European final, and they would love to win it here this evening. But it's 1 down, 2 to go for Bayer Leverkusen in that historic treble season that could come for them. 2 finals separate them from history being made, and a landmark occasion in Leverkusen as we get underway for the 2024 Europa League Final. Of course, Bayer Leverkusen, one of the top teams in Europe this season, unbeaten so far this campaign. Have left it late on multiple occasions this season to get victories over the line. Will they leave it late in this Europa League Final, or will they want to get their business done early? Those in black and red have really made themselves heard this evening. Over 11,500 of them that have travelled from Germany, amongst many others inside this 50,000 capacity stadium. And they're certainly making their voices heard, those Leverkusen fans on that right hand side of the stands. Atalanta have an early throw in here. Ruggieri into the box, headed away by Leverkusen. And Zappacosta trying to recover it. Will bounce out for a throw in. Early doors. Xabi Alonso watching on. He's watched his side make history in Germany this season. They're on the break early doors here. The ball in behind is well covered over in the end there by Kolasinac. But Leverkusen win it back. Atalanta, by the way, in their traditional blue and black home strip. Leverkusen, of course, in a change strip this evening of a grey colour, due to the fact that, of course, it would be a kit clash if they played in black and red. Be too much black between the two kits would be the problem there, so they've had to change. Would have loved a blue and red final, but, you know, he's in Capier. In the midfield is Xhaka. Across to Palacios, and out to the left-hand side to Florian Wirtz. As it comes all the way back to Jonathan Tah. Tapsoba. Down the right-hand side is Stanisic. That's a nice bit of movement. Leverkusen moving it round nicely. Tried to play the ball in behind there. Wirtz on the chase, but well dealt with at the back by Jim City. It's going to be a very physical game, very high-tempo attacking football match here this evening. That's what we love to see for a final. 2 sides that have a lot of attacking talent and quality. We want to see it on show tonight. The first of 3 European finals. The Europa League Final, the Europa Conference League Final next Wednesday evening in Athens. And of course the Champions League Final at Wembley in 10 days' time. As a brick down the right-hand side is De Ketelaere. And a brick passed and had 2 in his wake. And De Ketelaere there still battling to win it back. A real tussle there in that corner, as they do have it back now. Leverkusen. Here's Xhaka. Up the middle it goes. Wirtz. Back to Xhaka. Looking for the space forward. Plays it across now to Tapsoba. Nice touch inside. Past Lookman, and Xhaka pressed on the ball, but Wirtz helping out, getting back onto it. Knocked it forward. Adley tried to bring it down there and was fouled that time, as Jim City disagrees with the referee's decision to give a free kick. But it is an arm in the back of Amin Adley. And it is a free kick to Bayer Leverkusen. Pretty free-flowing first 3 or 4 minutes here in Dublin. And the first main set piece of the evening goes the way of the German side. Florian Wirtz over it. Looking for options in and around the edge of that 18-yard box. It's a good distance out this. Has to be some kick from Wirtz. Right-footed, very low. It's not the best of deliveries there from Wirtz. I said it was quite a distance away to get into the box. Here's a nice ball forward. Wirtz has made the run, and goodness me, Musso had to parry that one away at some distance, but Wertz running back to his natural position from the free kick. Actually made a nice run in behind, and the ball over the top was not too far away from finding the German. So they're battling to win it back there. Adley now this time, and Xhaka. But they ended up giving away a free kick there. And will be a free kick to Atalanta, so a bit of a rest there. Just seeing that, again, that ball over the top, and Musso had to come flying out for that. Because Wertz was just making the slight run in behind, and the keeper had to commit himself. Kolasinac, ball over the top. Lookman made the run, but that one will bounce its way through to Kovar. Comfortable enough for the Leverkusen keeper. Here's Jonathan Tah to Tapsoba. Again, nice touch infield away from Lookman. And the ball over the top. Now the run incoming here from Wertz, but be too much to catch that, and Zappacosta knocks it back to Musso. But again, that ball in behind is certainly on for Bayer Leverkusen. That long ball over the top of the Atalanta defence, and making those runs. So far they're dealing with it. Oh, that's a poor ball by Tapsoba, given away to Catalara here. Couldn't find the pass to Catalara. Good opportunity. Not the best of concentration from Tapsoba, and he's lucky that Atalanta didn't make as much out of that as they could have, although they do get a free kick here with Piero Incapié. And Incapié committing the foul. There will be a free kick wide on the right hand side, on the right flank for Atalanta. Another opportunity, their first real opportunity from the set piece. They've got a good 6 bodies in the box, in and around the penalty area. In and around the penalty spot, that is. 2 bodies over it as Kovar tries to set up his wall. Wide on that left. It's going to be a difficult one. It's going to be whipped in with some pace, this left-footed, right across. Cleared at the front post. And now Wertz can try and look for a forward pass. Can't find a forward option, but they do keep the possession now with Granit Xhaka, whose first idea is to bomb forward. Here's Granit Xhaka down the left-hand side. Bricks into Atalanta territory, but can't do anything with it but give it away. And Scamacca now lays it off to Lookman. Ademola Lookman down the left-hand side. He's got an overlap incoming. Chops back infield as Lookman. Looks to skip away from his man. Now lays it off to Ruggieri. Ruggieri with a cross, and the header was a misplaced one by Scamacca. He wanted a corner, but it's absolutely beautiful feat by Ademola Lookman, breaking through the spaces, and then finds the overlap of Ruggieri, and Ruggieri with a nice quick left foot across, fizzing it right across the 6-yard box, and Scamacca was in there. And a bit of head tennis between Scamacca and Hincapié. Last touch was off Gianluca Scamacca. It will be a goal kick, but Gianpiero Gasparini there reacting to that chance, and it was a decent opportunity for Atalanta. First real opening towards goal. It was really good play. I mean, it was a mistake by Leverkusen themselves. Granit Xhaka giving it away in the middle, on kind of tested, and bit of a lack of concentration from Xhaka. Gave it away to Scamacca, and Scamacca laid it off to Lookman, and then Lookman set up the opportunity. There's a foul here on Palacios by that time Koopmeiners with a foul. Not the most accurate of passing starts for Jappy Alonso's team. A couple of miscued passes. Adley trying to press for the ball there, and actually took a deflection as Adley and Frimpong were both battling. There's a deemed to be a foul there. You can see on the left hand side of your screen, down the left hand side, pieces of information from the games, the last Europa League finals. All 3 of the last Europa League finals have all gone to penalties to decide the winner, of course, with the side on the left hand side of the screen designated the home side have all won the last 3 Europa League finals. Villarreal, Sevilla, and Eintracht Frankfurt, of course. Here's Koopmeiners. Lookman rolled off the ball there. Here's Xhaka looking for the forward option. Finds Frimpong. Can't get his feet right there, Jeremy Frimpong, but does win the free kick from the file of side Kolasinac. Some real noise inside the stadium here at the Aviva Stadium in Dublin. Both sets of fans making themselves heard, supporting their teams. It's a huge moment in their seasons for these two clubs. As I mentioned, Atalanta's first European final. Bayer Leverkusen going for that incredible record of unbeaten in a whole season. They're only 2 games away from it, and an historic treble as well. It would be in Germany, the league, the cup, and the European trophy. Of course, the Pokal final still to come against Kaiserslautern. That's still to come in the coming weeks for Leverkusen. They're playing it quite quick there, Atalanta. That's a nice move down the left-hand side. This one by Edison. And he does win the corner there. It's good work by Edison, breaking down the left-hand side, linking up nicely with Ruggieri and Lookman, I think it was, down that left-hand side. And they really made the overload work, and they found the overlap and got in and won the corner. Down the left-hand side, and that will be a corner on the left for Atalanta. Seem to be a bit more comfortable on the ball at this moment in time. Here's Ademola Lookman to take the corner. Right-footed in, swinging corner it will be. The first of the game. The referee ready to blow the whistle. That corner gets whipped in. Headed away by Leverkusen to the edge of the box. Back into the mix it comes. Brought down as Koopmeiners will chase down the right-hand side. Gets it back towards Zappacosta. He's got bodies in the box. Can he find one? Goes all the way through. Lookman! What a start for Atalanta from the second phase of the corner. And Atalanta take the lead in their first European final. What a start for the Italians. Leverkusen really haven't got going on the ball, and they've been caught out from a set piece. I'm sure Xabi Alonso will be very disappointed, but Ademola Lookman is the star of the moment. Really good play down the right-hand side. They keep it alive, Atalanta. Beautiful ball by Koopmeiners. Finds the runner Zappacosta. And it goes all the way through to the edge of the 6-yard box. And Ademola Lookman just running off at the back post. Too casual defensively from Leverkusen. No one really attacking the ball. And Ademola Lookman sees the open net, sees the opportunity. And his eyes light up as he fires it into the back of the nets and gives Atalanta a 1-goal lead in this Europa League final. Their first European final. And they lead inside 13 minutes. Atalanta 1, Bayer Leverkusen 0. It's a really good start to this game from Atalanta. Said that Bayer Leverkusen really haven't got going. They've had more of the possession, but they haven't had a shot yet. Leverkusen, I don't remember them actually getting into the 18-yard box of Atalanta as of yet in this one, which is, crucially, would be a disappointment. 67% of Atalanta's passes have been in the final third so far. Only 50%. Although here they come again. Here's De Ketelaere. Fires it into the middle. Edison round the corner. Here's Zappacosta. Trying to find the pass. Koopmeiners though will recover it, but will be a free kick actually. Zappacosta trying to keep the ball, and he ends up committing a foul there, so it is a free kick. Still very early in this final, and we've seen Bayer Leverkusen be in much more perilous positions than this, especially in the Europa League this season. So there will be a free kick there. Again, they're putting high pressure on Atalanta, this Bayer Leverkusen defence. Leverkusen really struggling on this. And Florian Wirtz chased back. He was fouled by Zappacosta, but they're really high pressing this Gasparini's team. Leverkusen go long. The run there from Adley, well covered over, and ball's headed away. Or down in the middle. Xhaka spins it round the corner, Adley, but couldn't find the run of Jeremy Frimpong, and easily caught by Musso in the Atalanta goal. Oh, they're trying to press in and around the box there at Leverkusen. They've won it back, although it's not a great pass whatsoever. That's really nice play by Atalanta, and had to be rescued out of play there by Jim City. Or not Jim City, sorry, Tapsoba. Wrong player, wrong team. Tapsoba just had to knock it out of play there. And Ruggieri will get the free kick. The throw in. Takes the throw in down the line. Lookman back to Ruggieri. Has to go backwards though to go forwards. Kolasinac now in between the lines is Edison. Falls down to Kolasinac but loses the ball out there as Leverkusen look to move it nicely. Here's Xhaka looking for options. All his options are closed down. He has to spin back on himself. He's being held again, but referee plays advantage as Leverkusen keep the ball. Here's Stanisic. Across to Palacios. Back it comes to Ta. Cross down to Hincapié. Grimaldo back to Hincapié. Every time Granit Xhaka just has a bit of time on the ball, he's got really no one to find because not enough movement in that high up area in those attacking positions for Leverkusen at this moment. Another free kick here. It's going to be Hincapié that was involved in that one. Stretched late for the ball against the Catalara. There's a foul. But every time that we see it, when Granit Xhaka, I've said it multiple times, he's got on the ball and he's looked forward, but he's had no pass on. I mean, Wirtz is not there, Frimpong's too wide, and Adley's kind of spinning in between, and really there's no option for him to try and find a runner to get Leverkusen up the pitch. Here's Kolasinac down the line, kept in by Lookman, but rolled out of play with his first touch there, Ademola Lookman. So it will be a Leverkusen throw. Here's Stanisic. Nice intricate play in the midfield. Here's a break now for Tapsoba, and he finds the run in behind. Here's Frimpong. Frimpong across. Oh, he's miskicked it. Still alive though. Here's Stanisic, edge of the box. Stanisic's shot will deflect straight into the hands of Musso, but first real time we've seen that runner in behind from Leverkusen. Turns around the corner. Really nice idea. Good work down the right hand side. Lovely way to ball by Tapsoba, and Frimpong had made the run past Ruggieri. Really nice play. Cuts it back to the edge of the box, and Wirtz can't control it. Doesn't work it at his best, and it falls to Stanisic, who has his shot deflected straight into the hands of the Atalanta keeper, Musso. But that was a better opportunity for Leverkusen. Certainly will give them confidence. There is space. Well, Atalanta become the 11th different Italian club to reach a European final tonight. Here's Lookman though, into the box it comes again, falls back to Scamacca, who fires over the bar. Certainly not one of his best for Gianluca Scamacca. Really just lacked the composure at the edge of the box there. But Lookman's a real outlet for Atalanta at the moment, using his skill on the ball, his quick footwork to get them into those spaces and break past that defensive Leverkusen at the moment. Here's Xhaka. That's a lovely ball. Finds Adley. Trying to find options away from him. That's now Tapsoba carrying it forward, but again a bit rickety. Not really moving it as well. And Tapsoba just a heavy touch and it finds all the way back to Musso, but really Atalanta just throwing their bodies in the air and it's sending the ball here, there and everywhere at the moment. As Musso goes long. Goes ready to play for a Leverkusen throw. 20 minutes gone at the Aviva Stadium in Dublin for this 2024 Europa League Final. It is Atalanta 1, Bayer Leverkusen 0. That's a mistake all of their own doing there, Leverkusen. Playing it out down the left-hand side and they just see it out of play for a throw-in. Really not good play, that. A bit sloppy in these early moments. Said about their passing, it's not been amazing. When they've been under pressure, they've looked really like it's getting to them, that pressure. And it's credit to Atalanta, the fact that they're applying such good pressure to Leverkusen at this moment and getting joy out of it. Here's Hien. Kolasinac. Down the line, Lookman tried to get it back to Ruggieri, but intercepted, but couldn't get control of that. Frimpong. Just a bit too much from Palacios to Frimpong, and it will roll out for an Atalanta throw. As both head coaches delivering some tactical information to their teams at this moment in time, just firing instructions to their players. Of course, Atalanta taking that lead. Leverkusen know about their comeback ability this season and about late comebacks and how the game is never over until the final whistle. But Atalanta taking the lead will already add to their belief. You know, they've had a tough run to the final. Atalanta, it's not been an easy road to Dublin in this competition for them. Marseille in the semi-finals, Liverpool in the quarter-finals, and Sporting in the round of 16. It's an easy run, as there's going to be a yellow card here to Barra Jim City with the foul. Seeing it again, it's Palacios just carrying the ball forward, and it's just a late challenge by Jim City. As fires a left leg out, leaves it hanging there, and it is a free kick. As I think Xabi Alonso wants the side to up the tempo of the game, up the pace of it a bit more. It's a bit slow for his liking, as there will be a free kick here for Leverkusen. On the right hand side, Musso is primed for it. A lot of the players just inside the 18-yard box. This is going to be another chance at this, as it's Grimaldo. It's going to take it short. Xhaka with a floated ball in, but too high from Granit Xhaka. Florian Wirtz was the target, but just too high for Wirtz to try and get his head towards, and another missed opportunity from the set piece there from Leverkusen. Just seeing the goal again from Atalanta. Really nice finish by Ademola Lookman. Really proactive play in the forward line, not waiting for anything to happen, just charging towards the goal, charging towards the ball, knows when it's coming and anticipates it really well and takes it nicely. Finishes off beautifully. As Musso clears up the pitch. Taken down in midfield by Scamacca. Closed down was Edison, as Adley works it round the corner, and Xhaka skips away from his marker, but Koopmeijer's there to get it away for Atalanta, but only as far as the throw-in could take him, just across the halfway line. As Leverkusen get the ball back again. Tapsoba again targeting that Frimpong run, but headed away that time by Kolasinac. Pressure again, but Ruggieri does well. Brings it down for Atalanta. Lookman. Really comfortable on the ball, Atalanta, at this moment. These Atalanta players just really calm, really composed, and really comfortable in possession. Koopmeiners. And a spin it round the corner, but well caught out there by Palacios. Back to Incapié. Now to Tapsoba. Up the middle it goes. Adley was trying to hold on to the ball there, but beaten off it by Hien. Now finds Cup Miners, and look at the run of Zappacosta there, but Cup Miners doesn't make the pass. Has to go backwards to Jim City. Now Edison out to the left hand side. Now Ruggieri to Lookman. Adamola Lookman trying to break past his man. Does really well. Nice 1-2 between Ruggieri and Lookman. Lookman with a cross, took a deflection. And Kovar there with the call. Grabs the ball. Huh. Quick rhyme. Kovar goes long. Adley. Again, a misplaced header, but it's just a bit forced from Leverkusen. Here's Lookman. Look at this from Adamola Lookman! That's a lovely goal. That is sensational from Lookman. Capitalising upon Bayer Leverkusen mistakes again. And Atalanta have doubled their lead. Again, really poor from for Leverkusen. Out of the back, going long. The poor header by Adley just lets them down. Instantly puts them under pressure. They cannot recover it, and Lookman just slides onto the ball, skips in field, takes this shot. That is sensational. With his right foot to the far right corner from the edge of the box, and well past Kovar. No chance for the Bayer Leverkusen keeper. And Xabi Alonso's side find themselves in a real tough position, and practically all of their own doing, really, putting themselves under unnecessary pressure. And Atalanta's approach has been sensational, and the finishes to boot have been equally as good. Adamola Lookman, 2 goals tonight. That's as many as he scored in his 10 previous appearances this season in the Europa League. He's on fire tonight. He's on a hat-trick inside 26 minutes. What do they decide to do here, Leverkusen? A position that no one envies at this moment in time. But if there's one team in Europe that can overcome this deficit, that is Bayer Leverkusen, and we've seen them do it multiple times this season. But this will be their biggest if they do come back, because it's a final, and finals are much more difficult than any other typical game. Being 2-0 down in a final is a manager's worst nightmare. They're starting to play it quicker though. Leverkusen just get a few touches, give themselves a bit of composure, a bit of comfort on the ball. Figure out how to break past this really well structured Atalanta team, who look really comfortable at pressing forward and pushing high in this game. As Jim City heads it back to his keeper. But really, I've talked about it, they've had minimal kind of potency in the final third at this moment in time, Bayer Leverkusen. They're really struggling to get the ball into the final third and keep it there at this time. They're really, really struggling. And they need to sort it out. They want to get back into this game because their forwards have had minimal impact, minimal involvement so far. As Frimpong tries to find the run of Florian Wirtz, but again, easily cut out. That's a good bit of pressure from Stanisic though. And the shot from Xhaka is poor. Back to Stanisic though it comes. Tapsoba now. Xhaka. Around the corner. That's nice work by Frimpong, and the cross comes in. And he and battling, and now Wirtz was involved. And Adley with Kolasinac there. He did go down. Just say it again, really nice from Frimpong. Bodies the defender. Puts the cross in first time, and he an awful first touch. Forces Kolasinac to try and scoop it away from Adley on the run, and Adley ends up on the floor. As Musso and Zappacosta not particularly happy that he did end up on the floor there. Adley. And they're in deep conversation on the Bayer Leverkusen bench at this moment in time. Xabi Alonso with his assistants, figuring out how to get themselves back into this game. But take away nothing from Atalanta so far. They have been impeccable. And their ability to press high and to keep that structure in the defence. Almost just go toe-to-toe with Leverkusen, and Leverkusen just really haven't been able to kind of have the capacity to deal with it at this moment in time, as Lookman wins another free kick. 30 minutes gone, Atalanta 2, Leverkusen 0 in this Europa League Final. Tap sober there. Ruggieri. Edison switching it out, looking for the run of Cup Miners. Did find it. Got the header forward, and Zappacosta applying pressure again. Nkape with not a great bit of defending, and here's a nice ball by Cup Miners. They're in the box again, but Skamaka couldn't reach for it as Tapsoba clears it. But again, fantastic attack and play from Atalanta. And they want to go even more. I want to add to this. Here's Lookman again on a hat-trick, remember. Skamaka on the spin. Skamaka with his shot, but low and hard, but straight at Kovar in the Leverkusen goal. They're having so many opportunities in front of goal in this first half so far, Atalanta. Gasparini certainly got Xabi Alonso's number at this moment in time. Figured out how his team are playing and how to kind of counter it, as they look really weak at the back there again. And they're making their own mistakes now, putting themselves under even more pressure. That was Nkape that time for Leverkusen. And Zappacosta will come up for the throw-in on the right-hand side. Really, really poor from Leverkusen. The cross comes in. Lookman was looking for the header but couldn't find it. It's cleared away. Down now by Kolasinac. Right to Ruggieri. Back infield it comes to Edison, and now across to Hien. Out to the right hand side is Jim City. So Atalanta just looks so comfortable. Cup Miners, back it comes to Hien, and it's back to Musso. Goes along with it. Skamaka with a header forward, but straight the way through to Kovar in the Leverkusen goal. So when they pass the ball forward, Leverkusen, their midfield and their attack seems to be so many gaps, so much space in between them, that they play those long balls forward, and Atalanta just have the confidence and the aggression. They just chase into midfield and win the ball back time and time again, and it's just too much space between the Leverkusen midfield and the attack, and those long balls forward aren't working. Although Adley's picked it up here. Frimpong battling. As the loose ball's picked up now by Xhaka, looking for the options forward, but there's going to be a free kick here given against Bayer Leverkusen, and Cup Miners was the one that was deemed to have been fouled by Jeremy Frimpong. See it again. Frimpong with a chest down, spins away from his man, and then kind of runs into Cup Miners there. I don't think there's much in that. When Frimpong wins the ball, he falls to the floor and then kind of collides with Cup Miners. I don't think there's much of a foul in that, to be honest, by Jeremy Frimpong, but nonetheless, we move on. First touch there by Cup Miners. Given away. It's Grimaldo linking up, and look at the run in behind. Here's the chance, and the really poor effort by Grimaldo. That is really, really bad. Hits it straight at the keeper. I mean, he literally chips it 5 yards to the keeper, into the keeper's hands. Oh, there's a late challenge here incoming, and Skamaka. Oh, there's a yellow card coming out for Vlochi and Verts for arguing with the referee. So Florian Wirtz is going to get in the book alongside Gianluca Scamacca there. Scamacca with a late challenge, but Wirtz going to get the yellow card for the argument. They're complaining to the referee. See it again. Ooh. Yeah, it's a real clothesline type of challenge there. Comes flying in, Scamacca. He's desperately late, and Adley there taken out. There was options on for Leverkusen there. There was bodies forward if they could have found them, but you're not finding anyone with that challenge coming in on you. I mean, Adley there taken out. Scamacca booked by the referee for that challenge. Oh, not a great touch by Tapsoba. Does make up for it, but again, really bit of poor play. Just not at the peak of concentration at the moment, Leverkusen. 10 minutes to half time. 10 minutes to maybe get themselves a goal here, keep themselves in the game, and then get in at half time and get a couple of messages from the manager. Frimpong's thrown to the floor there by Kolasinac. They want to move it quickly now, Leverkusen. Take those free kicks a bit quicker. Xhaka down the left hand side to Nkapie. Infield, Wirtz back out wide to Grimaldo. Back to Wirtz. Not real much involvement from Grimaldo so far, as here's the run from Florian Wirtz. Let it come over his head, but the keeper was too close, and Musso got the grab. But again, nice idea. Waiting for the run in behind, and the ball over the top by, I think it was Nkapie. That's a nice run by Florian Wirtz. He lets it drop in front of him and just escapes him at the last second. The bounce takes it away from Florian Wirtz and couldn't get a connection to it. But again, nice idea in behind. Ta under pressure. Kovar. Piero Nkapie. This is a free kick there on Grimaldo by Zappacosta. Wirtz. Stanisic with the stride forward, and Adley making the run. Here is Jeremy Frimpong. Blocked off that time. Good recovery in the end by Kolasinac, but it will be a Leverkusen corner. Jeremy Frimpong with a run, and Kolasinac covering over. Puts it out for the corner. Bit better play from Leverkusen, finding that half space in between the centre-backs at the moment, in and around that left-hand side area. And they've got a corner. Left-footed delivery. Cleared away that time pretty easily at the front post. Can they recycle the ball? Whip it back in. Ta was the man forward. Flag stays down. And Ta will win. Leverkusen a throw-in on the right-hand side. Stanisic. Pressure comes again as Xhaka plays it through the middle. Wirtz. Shielded by the referee, but Wirtz's ball is lost, and now De Ketelara's coming forward. He's got Scamacca with him. He's got Lookman on the far side. Finds Scamacca, takes the first touch, spins back on himself, Scamacca, but surrounded by a couple there and loses out. As Grimaldo goes back to Nkapie in the Leverkusen defence. They've upped it a slight bit, Leverkusen, but they have been a bit poor on multiple occasions this evening. These 2 goals, still preventable situations. Really aggressive coming forward, Atalanta there. Can't win the ball. Well, they do now win it. It's Edison battling, and now Lookman down the left-hand side. Surrounded by 3. That time it's lost out again. Adley helping back there, and Xhaka around the corner. Frimpong had made the run, but the pace on that one was just too much from Granit Xhaka, and it will roll out for a throw-in for Atalanta. But again, certainly need to be harsh words had at half-time in that Leverkusen dressing room. Their passing's not been great at times. Their quality in the final third has been lacking on multiple occasions as well. And even on set pieces this evening, they've not been at their best. Certainly from that corner, they really struggled to get any real potency into the Atalanta 18-yard box, really, at this moment. Here's Xhaka. Xhaka with the ball. Grimaldo made the run. Back it comes and Capier. Xhaka. Back it comes to Ta. Through the middle, round the corner by Grimaldo. Put out there for a throw-in on the left-hand side. Taken quickly. Leverkusen no waiting around. Florian Wirtz. Going to come a bit deeper to help out. Back to Ta. Now Tapsoba. On the right-hand side it comes. Frimpong has to go back to Tapsoba. Again, that high pressure from Atalanta really closing down the spaces for Leverkusen to find their passing lanes at this moment in time. They're hitting and open at times. Well, that's a nice bit of play, and Frimpong's got the ball here. Frimpong against Ruggieri. He's carried wide from Zappacosta, but Frimpong still got it. Finds Florian Wirtz. Round the corner it goes. Wirtz again. Back to Frimpong. Runs into a body and loses the ball there, Jeremy Frimpong. As Atalanta fire forward. Will be recovered by Jonathan Ta. And he'll go back to his keeper in Govar, who can recover. But again, it's a bit wasteful there, Frimpong, in the final third area, linking up with Wirtz, but runs straight into an Atalanta player and lost the ball. Still some sloppy moments. Here's Wirtz. Oh, back it comes. Capier. Wirtz squares it across, but again, overheading it. Simple enough pass, but really badly hit. Here's Scamacca. That's a lovely pass. Here's De Ketelaere. He's got Zappacosta with him, but here's De Ketelaere! Straight at the keeper of Govar in the Leverkusen goal, but again, and they're trying to pass it quickly, Leverkusen. They do get the free kick that time, but again, it's one of those ones where the keeper just wants rid of it as quickly as possible. And the aggression of Atalanta almost wins them it back, as we're just seeing the De Ketelaere chance again. Really good play. The ball from Scamacca is sensational. And the confidence of De Ketelaere keeps the run going and gets the shot off. Here's Adli down the left. Frimpong in the box. Adli looked to go for the cross early, but Musso had it well covered and came over and grabbed pretty comfortably against Amin Adli. Tried to close the gap off there, and did really well. Forced him to whip that cross more and actually helped his keeper out with the angle of that cross. On ball forwards, Tapsoba there battling, and it's actually a stoppage here as Edison's just gone down with a bit of collision. It's just the way he's landed has not particularly helped him at the moment. Edison up there, yeah, it was just a jumping one with Palacios, and just the way he landed was kept him in a bit of pain here. The Atalanta midfielder. The Atalanta fans inside the Aviva Stadium tonight certainly bouncing, because their team have a 2-goal lead in their very first European final. Ademola Lookman with both goals to give them a 2-goal advantage here in Dublin. Absolutely sensational. Ruggieri with a throw in. Better pressing from Leverkusen there. Won it back through Stanisic. Xhaka. On the run is in Capier. He's got Grimaldo with him. Finds Grimaldo on the overlap. Back to Xhaka, chips it forward, but bouncing ball into the box. Ends up in the hands of Musso again. Another opportunity gone a begging there for Leverkusen. A really bad first half from the German champions. We haven't shown their quality at this moment, and I wouldn't be surprised if one or two changes will be the pattern of play for Leverkusen coming out for the second half, because it's not been great whatsoever in an attacking area. So there will be 2 added minutes at the end of the half. So 2 added minutes. Xhaka down the left-hand side. Find it. Half a yard of space as the cross comes in, not fully dealt with. As Atalanta do clear it. Back to Xhaka though again. Xhaka will shoot from distance, and the bouncing ball was dragged wide in the end, but did cause Musso a bit of worry. Shot from distance, just bounced up in front of Musso, but it was going wide, and it ended up going wide in the end. But different type of idea from Granit Xhaka at this moment. Try and switch things up a bit, offer something else. There's a minute left to the first half. Here's Lookman. He got 2 goals tonight. It's Ruggieri with a poor touch. And that's a bomber of a kick from Kolasinac to just clear it out for the throw-in. Didn't want to deal with the pressure of that one. Just got rid. Throw in for Stanisic. With a switch ball. Spin out. Couldn't keep it in there. Nice idea by Stanisic, and good try at trying to keep it in there from Grimaldo on the left-hand side, but just a bit too much pace in between the lines there, and a nice idea, but didn't work out once again for Leverkusen. Bouncing ball will be a free kick to Atalanta. 2 minutes of added time are up. And there's the half-time whistle. A first half that Bayer Leverkusen have certainly been nowhere near their level. But the credit has to go the way of Atalanta, because this has been a first half to remember. Ademola Lookman with 2 high-quality goals has Atalanta in their first European final 2-0 up at the break. Half-time, Atalanta 2, Bayer Leverkusen 0 in the 2024 Europa League Final. Back in a moment.
I'll put you in a grade 16 like Kenny.
Side, you will never see
Welcome back to the 2024 Europa League Final here on LFS. Half-time, and it is Atalanta's trophy halfway in their hands at this moment in time. They have been absolutely excellent in that first half. Leverkusen nowhere near the level in that first half. Leverkusen really lacking any real quality in the game, really struggling in the final third at this moment. Xabi Alonso's side, Gasparini's side, couldn't be doing any better at this moment in time. Atalanta looking with both goals for Atalanta. Practically, mainly, it's all of Leverkusen's own doing, really. Really poor on the first and second balls in that first half, Leverkusen, and something that really needs to be resolved at the moment. Even with their passing, they've been lacking concentration in moments, just really not sticking to the ball in that first half. And Atalanta really committed themselves, been very, very aggressive, very entertaining, and also kind of confident in what they're doing. They're comfortable, they're confident, and they know exactly what they need to be doing. And coming into a final, that's exactly what you want to be. You want to be confident, you want to know exactly what you're going to be doing and what you want to do and how you're going to do it. And so far Atalanta have played their game plan to an absolute T, but Leverkusen really haven't figured it out, haven't found a way in that first half to counter it, to battle it, and to find a way at actually creating good opportunities in the final third. I mean, there's minimal chances for Leverkusen really from that first half, and I think Musso, the majority of the work he's done is just picking up loose balls or just knocking it long from goal kicks, because it's not been a good first half at all for Leverkusen, and that's the positive that they could take in the second half. They can't play any worse than what they did in that first half. They really, really can't. And if they want to keep this unbeaten record going and go for this historic treble, then they certainly need to find a way to turn it around in the next 45. They need the next goal in this one, Leverkusen. Otherwise, it really would be curtains tonight. I just don't see, if Atalanta get a third goal, I just don't see them not losing tonight. I just don't see a way, if Atalanta get a third goal, that they lose at this evening's game. But that's what can happen, and we will see if that can happen tonight. So that is where we stand at half-time. Adam Muller-Luckman's 2 goals for Atalanta has them 2-0 up at the half-time whistle in the 2024 Europa League Final in Dublin. Of course, the 2024 Champions League Final is on the horizon. The final club game of the season is in 10 days' time on the Saturday the 1st of June. Here on LFS, you'll not want to miss it. Saturday the 1st of June, as Borussia Dortmund of Germany take on the mighty Real Madrid, of course, with Toni Kroos announcing his retirement from football yesterday. It will be his final club game in his career, and that will be one way to buy out winning a Champions League trophy once again. Not that he hasn't done it enough at times. He's won it quite a number of times over the years, Toni Kroos, and we will see that in at Wembley on the 1st of June in 10 days' time. Also, the Europa Conference League finals next week. Of course, Olympiacos and Fiorentina battling it out in Athens for that one, of course. So we will see that for you this time next week. We also have a couple more finals to tell you about. So it's finals season here on LFS. On Saturday we have the 2024 FA Cup final. Two Manchester clubs, Manchester City and Manchester United, battling for that trophy once again. It's the first time that's happened since the 1800s, the 1890s, that the FA Cup final has been repeated. The same two teams have battled for it 2 seasons in a row. That's the first time since over 130 years that has happened. That's on Saturday at 3 o'clock before the Championship playoff final. Leeds and Southampton at Wembley on Sunday, of course. Sunday afternoon, 3 o'clock kickoff for that one for you. So Wembley is the occasion for our next 3 streams at the moment, and that is going to be an exciting setup, exciting trio of games. Of course, Euro 2024 gets underway on the 14th of June to run to the final on the 14th of July. of course, in Germany. We will be in Berlin for that final on Sunday the 14th of July. Who will be battling for European champion status? Of course, Italy, the reigning champions of Europe. At the moment, one of their teams could be European champions tonight. Atalanta 2, Leverkusen 0. The stats from that first half, by the way, quite interesting to read. Leverkusen had the majority of the possession in that first half, 66% possession to Atalanta's 34%. But in comparison to chances, 6 shots for Atalanta, 4 on target. Leverkusen had 4 shots, 2 on target in that first half. Of course, one took one of the big chances. Atalanta took one of the big chances. Leverkusen missed one of their big chances in that first half. Grimaldo's shot and also Xhaka's chance as well. It was bouncing towards the keeper's 2 comfortable opportunities, but certainly not good enough to have them on the score sheet tonight. Leverkusen. In terms of XG as well, Atalanta 0.55 XG, 0.27 XG for Leverkusen. So Atalanta certainly overstating their in terms of their finishing ability, but that's the quality of the chances that Ademola Lookman has taken at this moment in time. Accurate passing wise, 306 accurate passes for Leverkusen, 133 for Atalanta, but Atalanta much more efficient with their passing and getting them off in better positions at this moment in time. They've been better in the duels as well, won 54% of the ground duels and 53% of the aerial duels so far. Atalanta, if I can get my words out. Although, despite that, Leverkusen have actually entered the final third more times than Atalanta in that first half, 28 times to Atalanta's 22. But crucially, 62% of their passes have ended up in the final third. Only 62% of their passes have been accurate in the final third, which is not particularly promising. Right, that is where we stand at half-time in this 2024 Europa League Final. With a couple of minutes to go, the second half gets underway, where Atalanta are in control. Bayer Leverkusen unbeaten up to this point. 2 games to go, 2 finals separate them from a historic treble in Germany. We will find out when we come back whether they can turn it all around in the second half. The 2024 Europa League Final gets back underway in just a couple of minutes. Do stay with us.
I'll put you in a grade 16 like Kenny. Call me a god. Call me a god. Call me a god.
Welcome back to Dublin, half-time at the Aviva Stadium. This 2024 Europa League Final. It is still Atalanta 2, Bayer Leverkusen at 0 at half-time. Leverkusen struggling in that first half, really not up to scratch in that first 45 minutes, but certainly to the benefit of Atalanta and Gian Piero Gasparini's side. But at this moment in time, they've been the better side. They've played the better football, and they've looked so much more comfortable on the ball, so much more controlled. And really, Leverkusen they've just struggled all round in that first half. And we will see if they can figure that out in the second half when it comes around. Which should be on the way in a moment or two. So do stay with us, of course, here in LFS for the second half, which is on the way in just a moment, because of course anything can still happen. This is Leverkusen we're talking about, the side that do not know when they're beaten, do not know what losing feels like this season. They're 45 minutes away from knowing what it feels like here this evening, but we do not know whether or not that will change in this second half. Of course, they do have that DFB Pokal final this weekend on Saturday evening against Kaiserslautern. 7 o'clock on Saturday evening in Berlin in the Olympiastadion, where the Euros final is actually going to be held this year. So that will be another date in the calendar for Leverkusen, and I wouldn't be surprised if there's a couple of changes from Xabi Alonso at half-time, as the players are coming out for the second half. Might be Atalanta that may be making a change. It is. So there's going to be some changes incoming. It's going to be Giorgio Scalvini that's coming on, and Sead Kolasinac has come off here. So Kolasinac has come off. Well, it must be an injury. And on in his place, Giorgio Scalvini. Of course, Istvan Kovacs, our referee this evening, of course, from Romania, gets us back underway in the Europa League Final. 45 minutes, and possibly extra time and penalties if needed, to decide the winner in Dublin this evening. Not a great kind of bit of play, or a great thing for Atalanta at half-time, with Sead Kolasinac having to come off with seemingly an injury. And with Scalvini coming on in his place, might just rock the boat of Atalanta a bit here. The start of the second half might just be a bit of positivity that Leverkusen need. Actually, no changes from Leverkusen at half-time. Reminder. Actually, no, apologies. It's just I've been told to me that Stanisic has come off at half-time. I've been told to Victor Boniface is on. So changes, one apiece for the two teams coming into this second half. And it's really not a surprise. I mean, I was going to say that when I thought they hadn't made changes there, Leverkusen, I was going to say, why haven't they made changes? They were really poor in that first half. But Boniface coming on makes a lot of sense to change things up here for Leverkusen. Stanisic really didn't work in that first half. Had a couple of involvements, but not majorly getting them forward in good areas. Xhaka there pressed and fouled by Edison. Will be a free kick. Here's Tapsoba. Fires it forward. Frimpong. Looking for the options, looking for the runner. Chipped over the top. And it's gone all the way through. Victor Boniface trying to find the run of Jeremy Frimpong there, and just getting his bearings, which his teammates really struggled to get in any of the first half, really. They were overheading balls, underheading balls, just misplacing the passes, really heavy touches at times. They just really weren't at anywhere near concentrated enough Leverkusen in that first half, and something had to change. We'll see if that can make a big difference. As Atalanta give away a throw in there. Good pressure by Wertz on Hien. On the throw in down the right hand side. Xhaka forced backwards there. All the way back it comes to Nkapie, who is forced to put it out. A bit panicky there. Grimaldo not on the same page, and I mean, no one's on the same page as that pass. Straight out of play for a throw in. Zappacosta to take. So there's a stoppage here. Referee complaining about something. Atalanta take that free kick, or that throw in, sorry. Scalvini, across it comes. Down the left hand side. Lovely footwork. Here's Lookman. Lovely work from Scamacca. Finds Lookman. Lookman in the box. Adamola Lookman looking for the option. Couldn't find a Catalara, but back it comes, although it's nipped away by Leverkusen. Here's Wertz. Was held on to there, but Wertz rides the challenge, but couldn't get past Cup Miners, and Cup Miners wins it back. And now Lookman breaking down the left hand side. Here come Atalanta again. Here's Cup Miners in the box, squared across, and De Ketelaere was at the back post, but Nkapie had to force it behind for the corner. That was some cross from the left hand side from Cup Miners, and De Ketelaere is there inside the 6-yard box waiting to tap it into an empty net, but that is some recovery challenged by Piero Nkapie and puts it behind for the corner. But Atalanta looks so threatening again down that left hand side. Lookman and Cup Miners are breaking down that left, and really tough for Leverkusen to stop. It's quality football. So corner on the left hand side for Atalanta. Leverkusen haven't been at their best from set pieces so far tonight, defending or attacking them. Right footed cross comes in. They do head that one away pretty comfortably, do Leverkusen. Cycle back to Ruggieri. Lovely from Lookman again. Had to find it into the box. Cleared away. Leverkusen rescuing it clear. Cannot keep the ball though. Again they give it away, but good pressure to win it back. Down the line it comes, and the run in behind. As Frimpong made the run. And Frimpong, bit of a push there. Really strong by Edison there. Shoving into the back of him, and does put it behind for the corner, but really nice football. And really good physicality there from Edison against Jeremy Frimpong. Will be a corner to Leverkusen. On the right hand side, whipped in high. Into the box it comes. It's cleared away. Ta was the closest in there. It's cleared away well out for a Leverkusen throw on the left hand side. They're trying their best. This moment, Palacios was caught there by David Zappacosta. Yeah, it's a late challenge by Zappacosta. Palacios there winning Leverkusen a free kick. Grimaldo over this free kick. Looking for options. Really screaming at one of his players to get across. Grimaldo, left-footed delivery. Really poor. Again, a really poor one. There's no power in that whatsoever, no height whatsoever in that, and it's easily cleared away by Atalanta. Just no cohesion and no good quality in that area. And a set piece in football is one of your best opportunities, and Leverkusen in those set pieces this evening had really lacked any proper quality or any invention whatsoever. Zappacosta. Cup Miners breaking through the lines. Nice from De Ketelaere around the corner. Tried to find the run of Jim City there, but closed down, and De Ketelaere tried to battle back. Grimaldo wins the throw in on the right hand side though. Leverkusen's left-hand side. Taken short. Fired up the pitch. Adley helping out. On the spin was Boniface, and Adley running in behind, trying to find the run of Wertz, but just a bit under hit. But that was a better move from Leverkusen as Palacios is trailed to the floor there again by Cup Miners that time. The free kick taken quickly from Leverkusen. Better idea from Leverkusen there. That combination in the final, in the forward line was more like Leverkusen, more like what we usually see from Xabi Alonso's side. Good battle. Scamacca tried to hold on to it, but that was a fantastic challenge. And now they're trying to come forward. Palacios round the corner. Here comes Tapsoba. On the overlap down the right hand side is Frimpong. Into the box it comes. Back to Tapsoba. Xhaka now. And Capier out to the left hand side to Grimaldo. Round the corner then Capier. Capier with a cut back. Blocked. Behind by De Ketelaere for a corner. Much better from Leverkusen. Really nice football. Finding runners, creating gaps, exploiting those spaces. Really nice football. It's Grimaldo with a forced cross there. Flocky and Wertz also involved. Cup Miners with the block. We'll go out for a throw in on the left hand side, which Grimaldo takes quickly. Squared across to Xhaka. Tapsoba looking for options. Tries to find the run in behind from Frimpong, but straight the way through it goes. For a goal kick. It's Gasperini talking to one of his possible substitutes. They're trying to talk him through a bit of instruction. There's no idea of him coming on at this moment in time, but must be thinking about changes incoming. Gasperini. Musso with a long ball. It's another Leverkusen player on the floor. And Capier, I think, there. Scamacca claiming his innocence. The referee has stopped the game. Yeah, they're both going to try and get the ball, and Scamacca kind of a loose left arm. It's kind of towards his throat. There's nothing really in it. It's accidental from Scamacca, but the referee just checking upon the nature of Capier there and how he is, and he's back to his feet and okay to continue. At the moment, it's better from Leverkusen in moments of the second half so far, but really it's the consistency, it's the rhythm, it's the momentum, it's that keeps the pressure on the Atalanta defence. They're really not finding at this moment, as they're going to make a change here, Atalanta. I did mention they were eyeing up a change or two, and it was Pasalic that Gasperini was talking to, and it's Pasalic that's come on. And De Ketelaere is the one that's going to make way. So De Ketelaere off and Pasalic on for Atalanta. Soba. Palacios. Wertz let it run across him. Showed too much to Hien there. Hien, though, shows too much back to Boniface with a cross and couldn't find it. And Musso with the block. Got the catch on the ball, but nice pressure from Leverkusen there. Found the ball. He won it back, but good anticipation and good work from Wertz to try and win it back and got them up the pitch, but fortunately for Leverkusen couldn't capitalise upon it. And a couple of fouls here at the moment. Leverkusen, very physical game at this moment. Leverkusen getting the benefit of that, the fact that they're getting a couple more free kicks. They just I'd rather not have the free kicks, just want to keep the rhythm of this game going. Want to keep the passing. Granit Xhaka has no forward options, has to come back to Nkapie, round the corner to Grimaldo. Back to Xhaka. Over the top again, cleared away. Atalanta, it seems like every time that Leverkusen want to get the ball forward, Atalanta are just ready to knock it clear, ready for the first contact, as Wirtz does well, but blocked off that time by Scalvini. He came out of the defence and held off Florian Wirtz. Will be another free kick for Bayer Leverkusen. They're bouncing on that side, the Leverkusen supporters, despite their side being 2-0 down. Certainly still supporting, of course they are. Boniface lets it run across him, comes across. Oh, shot, cross, and Frimpong with a shot over the bar. Just see it again. It comes through from Florian Wirtz, beats past Boniface, and then on the overlap, Adley round the left-hand side fires it right back across the 6-yard box, parried away by Musso, and it fell to Jeremy Frimpong, who fires over the bar. But really good opportunity and a good position for Leverkusen there. That's all it means. The next goal has to be theirs, otherwise Atalanta will not falter a 3-goal lead. Surely a 2-goal lead is still very recoverable. That's a nice throw that time by Kovar. Perhaps Soba brings it down around the halfway line. Xhaka right to the left hand side. Adley battling, loses the battle, but Nkapie will chase, and Adley's now going to get the free kick because he was fouled by Zappacosta, which meant he couldn't win the ball, and Zappacosta gets a yellow card for his troubles. Leverkusen get another free kick, but Adley just took a heavy touch and he did clip the ball away from Zappacosta just in time. And Zappacosta already committed himself and does get the yellow card and gives away the free kick. Grimaldo over this one again. Florian Wirtz is beside him. Grimaldo whips the cross in, a better cross. It's well headed away though. Good defending again from Atalanta, winning the first ball and clearing it away. Xhaka though to Palacios, trying to get Leverkusen forward again. Grimaldo out to Nkapie on the left hand side. Back to Grimaldo. For the space ahead of him. Grimaldo still going. Through the lines it goes, but in between a few legs, but couldn't keep the pressure on as Atalanta clear it away. Looking for the long switch ball. Ademola Lookman's over there, and Xhaka's trying to hold on to him, and the referee is going to pull it back for a free kick here. Xhaka complaining, but Ademola Lookman spinning away from him, and he does hold his left arm there, does Xhaka, on Lookman, and it is a foul and a free kick. "61 minutes gone, 29 to go, plus extra time and penalties if needed. And it is still Atalanta 2, Leverkusen 0. Goal kick incoming here for Leverkusen. Atalanta a bit wasteful there for Gasperini. The nerves can be felt across both benches. The tension can be felt. Gasperini's side 2-0 up. Alonso's side 2-0 down, and they're almost trying to play themselves into more trouble here. Well, they do get away with it though, just about. How they did, I do not know. Scamacca slipped, I think, there, and my goodness, I mean, the pressure from Atalanta, and again, Leverkusen just almost playing themselves into trouble once more. They fire it forward. Adley was on the spin, couldn't get towards it. It was a Palacios, but there's something in there. Adley's complaining to the referee. There's a bit of a nudge on here and there by Adley, but the referee felt it was enough to give away a free kick. Go long there from the free kick. Again, Skamaka, a real physical presence. Good work from Ta to step in, and then Pasalic battling but loses out. And now Palacios gets them forward, and Verts looking for the run of Boniface down the left hand side. Victor Boniface on the left hand side squares it back into the box but can't find a Leverkusen body in there. It's good pressure from Leverkusen though. They've won it back again. Xhaka has the space. Down the right hand side it comes. Here's Florian Verts. Verts in and around the box. Verts again. Chips it into the box looking for the run, and Grimaldo was battling, but Musso did very, very well in stopping him from getting any connection to it. Really nice footwork by Verts, and spotted the run of Grimaldo down that left hand side on the overlap, and just tried to pop his head in there, did Grimaldo, but Musso did very, very well. Committed himself and came flying out for the ball and got both hands to it. Fantastic. But it was a bit more pressure there from Leverkusen. I mean, Atalanta did step off a bit. Kind of have backed off about 5 or 10 yards when Leverkusen do win the ball back, and that you can maybe that fear of the position they're in, the time that's left, might be just setting in. Maybe just that bit of worry. We'll see. We will see. As Musso there back to his feet. Took a bit of a knock while he was coming to grab that ball. There was a bit of a stoppage there for a moment. Musso knocks it long. Again, Leverkusen win the first ball, win the second and the third ball. Just couldn't keep the possession. No bit of head tennis. Loses the possession for Leverkusen. Lookman couldn't bring it under his control, but he does at the second time of asking. Here's Ademola Lookman. Down the left hand side it comes. Ruggieri looking for the space. Tracked all the way, but back in field it comes. Cup Miners to Jim City, who runs it into trouble again and loses the ball, but nice from Zappacosta, gets upon the short heavy touch by Palacios and will win the throw in. Down the right hand side does David Zappacosta. "25 minutes to go in this Europa League final, and Leverkusen 2-0 down. Atalanta 2-0 up in their first ever European final. Zappacosta from the throw-in. Blocked off that time, and Leverkusen trying to get themselves out of defence, passing it in and around. They knock it long up to midfield, but again caught out nicely. Not the best of kicks by Hincapié. Gives Atalanta another a throw-in. It's really penned in there at Leverkusen at the moment. Well, Atalanta and Leverkusen have previously faced off twice in Europe before this game tonight, with the Italians winning on both legs of a Europa League last 16 tie in the 21-22 season. 1-0 away and 3-2 at home. Atalanta winning on both of those occasions. Leverkusen have only faced Inter more often in major UEFA competitions, while losing on every occasion. This will be their third defeat if they do lose here tonight. Leverkusen, only Inter have beaten them more times in a row. It is the 8th major European final between a German team and an Italian team. The first since Inter beat Bayern 2-0 in the 2010 Champions League final 14 years ago. The last such meeting to take place in the UEFA Cup or Europa League occurred in 1997, when Schalke beat Inter via penalty shootout after 2 legs. Atalanta to get the free kick then. Left-footed delivery into the box. Hien was lurking, but all the way through it goes. And at the other end it will be a throw-in. Leverkusen have won 4 of their last 5 matches across all competitions, with the exception being a 2-2 second leg draw with Roma in the Europa League semi-finals. Of course, they were 2-0 down in that semi-final second leg. I mean, 1 goal was enough to get them through, but they wanted to remain unbeaten over the season, because of course if they'd have lost that game, despite going through, they would have still counted as a loss. And they remarkably got a 2-2 draw out of that one, despite not needing to get one. Substitutions incoming for Leverkusen here, of course, late on. A double substitution for Leverkusen. I'll get you that information in a moment, because clearly Alonso knows about 20 odd minutes to go and he wants his side to commit more bodies forward and to try and attack this. Here's Victor Boniface. Oh, that's a poor pass, poor touch. Frimpong though keeps it alive. It's one of the substitutes there that really didn't take it in a stride. Incapié. Down the left it comes. Not Grimaldo. Adley has to go backwards. Incapié back to Ta. Now Xhaka. Closed down there by Koopmeiners, and coming across well was Jonathan Ta to tap it back to his keeper. Keep Leverkusen in possession, but they really haven't kept the momentum in their favour, Leverkusen, for enough time to get a goal back. And they're always threatening on the break, Atalanta. Here's Lookman down the left again. Blocked off that time. Tapsoba does very well to spin it around. Gets them forward. Xhaka. Wirtz. Florian Wirtz pulled back very aggressively there. That's a foul and a yellow card coming the way of Koopmeiners though. So the substitutions, by the way, for Leverkusen were Grimaldo and Palacios off, Lozek and Andrik on. So a double substitution there for Leverkusen. With 22 minutes to go, less than 20 minutes now to go of the 90. Lookman eyeing up a pass across the field, but couldn't find any of his teammates there that rolls out for a throw. To Leverkusen. They need a late comeback if they're going to lift the European trophy tonight, Leverkusen. Atalanta, in their first ever European final in their history, are on the verge of lifting only their second trophy, major trophy, in their club history. Only the Coppa Italia of 1963 is Atalanta's major honour in their history. Again, another ball in between the half spaces. Boniface again tries to find the gap, but there is no gap, and Pasalic goes back to his keeper as Musso held on to it slightly too long there and had to slide for it to kick it away. Did get it clear. Xhaka will pick it back up for Leverkusen. No, just inside the Atalanta half. A goal would really change this fixture, really change the final dying moments of this game. Xhaka. Down the left it comes. Here's Adley on the left hand side. Drives in field. Looking for Boniface. Cleared away again. Good work from Ta to win it back though. Xhaka. Down the left flank. Incapié on the overlap. Back to Wirtz. Wirtz carried out to the byline, or to the sideline, and he's closed down and lost the ball there. And that's fantastic from Scalvini. To play the ball forward, but Leverkusen will win it back again around the halfway line. But great from Scalvini just to get it away from danger and win the ball back off Wirtz initially. Really aggressive. Here's Frimpong. against Ruggieri. Again, just runs into bodies, but he does win it back. But the referees deemed it to be a foul against Jeremy Frimpong. Edison there, he just stepped across him. It is a free kick. We've had one shot in this second half. Atalanta without a single shot. Leverkusen the only shot of the second half so far. Not a shot on target between the two sides. This is a defensive masterclass from Atalanta against one of the most threatening, potent and aggressive sides in Europe in the final third, and the most clinical. They have looked haphazard here tonight. Do not rule them out just yet. They could have two shots on target, Leverkusen, and they could get 2 goals. That's how clinical they can be. They have to try and have the shots to get it on target first. And that is where they're struggling. Wertz up the middle. Nice touch infield by Frimpong. Find the space. Adley couldn't gather it though, and again Atalanta again closing the space and firing it clear. Allowing Leverkusen to win the ball back time and time again, but when they get forward, they're not allowing them any advantages in the final third. So they've won it back well again. Leverkusen, but played themselves into trouble there. It was a poor pass. Really poor. And Skamaka can pick it up and they'll fire it forward into an area. Ta with a block. And that was good from Andrik to beat past his man. Here's Tapsoba. Cross to Xhaka. Just over 15 minutes to go in this 2024 Europa League Final in Dublin. Atalanta 2, Leverkusen 0. Xhaka, right to Adley. And a link up with Nkapie, but Nkapie beaten off the ball. And now they can fire forward here, Atalanta. Here's Skamaka. Another goal for Atalanta would surely finish us off. Skamaki's giving it to Ademola Lookman on a hat-trick. Lookman! Top corner! That is it, surely. Ademola Lookman of Atalanta has been sensational tonight. And a hat-trick in a Europa League final. He will go down in Atalanta history. This could be their first European trophy in their history. In their very first European final. They've had very little in attacking areas this second half, and with their only chance, their only shot, Ademola Lookman. Incredible from a tight angle, right into the top right corner. That is gorgeous from Ademola Lookman. Completes the hat-trick and absolutely buries Bayer Leverkusen. Their treble and their unbeaten streak is seemingly coming to an end in Dublin. Gasperini has felt heartache in finals before with Atalanta. Most recently just a week ago in the Coppa Italia final against Juventus. But tonight it looks to be Atalanta's night in the Europa League. What a run to the final it has been. And they are tearing Bayer Leverkusen apart here. And all single-handedly by Ademola Lookman. Incredible. And interestingly enough, he is the first and only player to score a hat-trick in a UEFA Cup or Europa League final. Wow. That is some statistic for Ademola Lookman. He will not only go down in Atalanta history, he'll go down in European football history. Well, there's a bit of worry here for Musso. Whether he grabbed the ball outside the box. Just about inside, I think that. Was a bit of a worry there for the Atalanta keeper, but he did grab it just in the right area. Just inside the box. Well, Adam Ola Lookman has just been unplayable tonight. The goals that he has scored have been as difficult as they can be. 0.7 XG. 3 goals with an XG less than 1. Those are special finishes by Adam Ola Lookman, who could be and looks to be Atalanta's hero in this Europa League final. Wow. And they're not finished yet. They want more. Well, interesting enough, Lookman's first shot for his first goal was 0.11 XG. His second, 0.04 XG. As they come forward again, here's Apacosta. Squares it across. Look at the space here. Shot comes and straight into the hands of, again, Kovar. But Lookman was in miles of space again. All over the place, Leverkusen. Have been nowhere near it tonight. Nowhere near it. His XG tonight, Adam Ola Lookman, from the 3 shots, he should have, his XG is counted up as 0.30 from those 3 chances. That's incredible. Here's Florian Wirtz with his shot. Straight down the throat of Musso, who will grab and hold on to it as long as he possibly can. Because this is the countdown to the final whistle now. 10 minutes or so to go in Dublin. And Leverkusen look spellbinded. They look shell-shocked. Atalanta have been absolutely untouchable tonight. And if anybody could say that they deserve it, it is Atalanta by a mile here this evening. Changes incoming for Leverkusen then. Florian Wirtz is coming off. He's coming off, and Patrick Schick is coming on for him. So Wirtz off and Schick on. And Frimpong is coming off, and coming on for him will be Nathan Tella. So Wirtz and Frimpong off, Tella and Schick on. And they know they've got a Pokal final is on the horizon in 3 days' time. And they do not want to overrun their players tonight, knowing they're 3-0 down and the chance of a comeback is as minimal as can be. Skamaka with a shot! Deflection does help the hands of Kovar to catch. Certainly not finished yet, Atalanta. They're finding those gaps again, finding those spaces and getting shots off. Leverkusen have been well below par tonight. They barely even deserve a goal, never mind any chance at a comeback. Xabi Alonso's side has been lacklustre. Really struggled with rhythm, the physicality of the game. I mean, the quality of Adam Ola Lookman has just been something they have not got to grips with at all tonight. They want to get one here. Tapsoba round the corner. Tella with a cross, flicked on by Schick, but goes behind. I think Jim City took a deflection there off him. Might have took a deflection off the defender. It will be a corner. Yeah, it will be off Jim City. Be a Leverkusen corner on the right hand side. Eight minutes of the 90 remaining. Corner on the right hand side for Leverkusen. Left footed cross, it comes in. And all the way through. and goes out for a goal kick. What a job Giampiero Gasparini has done here with Atalanta. They have been absolutely unplayable in the Europa League this season. I mean, you bring it back to beating Liverpool this season amongst many others, but Liverpool is one that sticks in the memory. How they completely dispatched the Merseyside club, both at Anfield and in Bergamo. The job that they did on Liverpool over those two legs was sensational. But tonight probably pips that. Of course, in a final, the pressure, the high-pressured moments, the real problems that Leverkusen can cause you, and the unbeaten run that they're on. No one wants to face Leverkusen, but Atalanta tonight have come into this knowing they've quality, they've ability, and they've come out with pure aggression. And they've looked comfortable in their own skin tonight, Atalanta. They've not looked out of place. They've not looked like they don't deserve it. They have been by far the better side, and they've certainly given Bayer Leverkusen a real humbling tonight. By far, on their first European final in their history. And they do something like this. They put in a performance and put on a showpiece like this. It's a poor back pass. Oh, Kobar has to get out and clear it away. But again, Xabi Alonso was furious down that sideline. Again, it's one long ball in behind, and it's poor from Bayer Leverkusen defender. And the call of handball actually in the build-up before that ball was knocked in behind. But we play on. As Leverkusen looked to clear it away, and Atalanta could only force it behind for a goal kick. 5.5 minutes of the 90 to go, plus any added time. Atalanta could have come up against the world's best, arguably against one of the world's best teams, Europe's best teams at the moment, but they have been absolutely sensational tonight. Leverkusen not giving up just yet though. Round the corner comes Tella with the ball across, takes a deflection, does go behind for the corner. Looked like it might have been squeezing in around that 6-yard box from Nathan Tella's cross there. Took a real wicked deflection and off Ruggieri and goes behind for the corner to Leverkusen. We're still getting the ball forward. We're trying to get into the final third. This cross comes in, headed away by Hien to the right hand side, and Ruggieri to carry it, to click it away. Leverkusen will get the throw in though. Well, tonight, Italy, the whole of Italy, will be proud of this Atalanta display, because they are looking likely to become the first ever Italian team to win the Europa League. Previous winners have only come from Spain, Portugal, England or Germany. The last Serie A side to win its predecessor, the UEFA Cup, was Parma back in 1999. 25 years since an Italian team has won the equivalent of the Europa League or the UEFA Cup. No one's won it in its current form of the Europa League. And Atalanta are about to change that tonight. What a job that Giampiero Gasparini has done and his team have put in this evening in Dublin. No one could have predicted what was coming tonight. We knew it was going to be close. Well, we knew it was going to be close in terms of attacking quality, but it's not been close at any point in this game in terms of the scoreline and in terms of the performance tonight. We knew it was going to be a good battle in moments, but Atalanta have torn Leverkusen to pieces. And they've taken their goals in the right moments. They've been physical, they've battled well, they've won their duels, they've really looked comfortable on the ball, they've passed it well. And crucially, they've done what probably no one else in Europe could do at this moment, and that's stop the Bayer Leverkusen attack from really commanding you. Oh, that is sensational from Lookman. That was absolutely gorgeous. To Ruggieri. That is sensational. The skill there. Wow. It's Leverkusen still not giving up, but Ruggieri there, that's lovely. Clears it out for the throw. Doing as well. Doing his best there to get it as far away from as goal as possible. Here's Tella though, down the right hand side. Nathan Tella going to put the cross in. Ruggieri with the block and cleared away up the pitch. There's Ta, the only man back for Leverkusen other than the keeper. Recovers it back here. Andich. Last minute of the 90 incoming. It's only a matter of time now. Here's Adley though. Wants to have his say and get maybe Leverkusen a goal at least. Not giving up on that point yet. Here's Xhaka. Body's in and around the box. Ball in between. It's falling around and the player goes down. The referee says no penalty. It's Van Kovacs. Here's Lookman. Finds Pasalic. And now Toure into space. Look at the run incoming. Toure tried to go for goal. Blocked off by Jonathan Tah. Atalanta keep it up the area. Pasalic. And flag's actually gone up here for the moment. For an offside in that moment there. There's a possible penalty check incoming. So we'll see what that will do. Have to see the replay of it to make a definitive decision. They are checking VAR. Just see it again. Chip ball into the box and it was Schick that made the run in behind and then ball across. Who's that? There is a change incoming. There looked to be a foul on Adam Hlozek. So we'll see what VAR have to say. In the meantime, Atalanta are going to make a change. Ruggieri's coming off here. He's going to be replaced by Rafael Toloi. So Toloi coming on and Ruggieri coming off. But that penalty is still under review at this moment. Referee waiting on the decision. We're waiting on how long will be added on. And the check is complete. And no penalty is the decision. 4 added minutes at the end of the 90 here then. So 4 more minutes until Atalanta will be crowned Europa League winners. The first Italian side to win the Europa League. And they will be European winners in their first ever excursion and their first ever experience of a European final. They will experience the winning side of it. And that will be some result, some outcome. And they have put in some performance tonight to deserve it. It's nicely taken down though in the final third. And the shot not too far away there. Really good break of the ball for Blozek. He has the shot and it just skids away. Curls away from goal at the last second. Leverkusen, we've talked about it all season, about that incredible unbeaten run. May 2023, and the final day of the Bundesliga season was the last time they saw their side experience defeats. Well, it's going to be almost a year to the day that they will experience defeat once again with their team. They'll hope it doesn't last too long, because they've got another cup final to come on Saturday against Kaiserslautern. They can still do a league and cup double, which still would be an incredible season for Leverkusen. They could end the season unbeaten domestically. They've went the whole Bundesliga season unbeaten. That's the first team to ever do that in the league's history. Last minute of the 94. There's going to be a free kick here for Bayer Leverkusen. That was fouled there. Lost the ball, Lookman, but he was fouled in the process. And they're celebrating on the benches for Atalanta at the moment. Matter of time. One last opportunity for Leverkusen to get on the score sheet. And they're in behind here. Blocked off by Boniface, and then Loschek couldn't get it. The clock is running out, and Lookman's found the space forward down the left-hand side for Atalanta. Just going to keep it up this edge of the pitch and wait for the final whistle. And there it comes. Atalanta will never forget this night in Europe. Their first European final is a first European title. The first Europa League title for an Italian club in 25 years. And Atalanta's first title in Europe in their 117-year history. Their first European final ends in victory. And what a way to kick off your European final travels. A magical night in Dublin for Atalanta. Giampiero Gasparini's side have done it. They have beaten Bayer Leverkusen, the first team this season to do that. They knew that was the task at hand coming into tonight, and they have well beaten them single-handedly by Bayer Leverkusen, the first player in Europa League and UEFA Cup history to score a hat-trick in a final. Incredible. And Xabi Alonso's side have been humbled in Dublin at the Aviva Stadium tonight. They were 2 games away from a complete season unbeaten. That is no more. They've still got a cup final to come. But tonight is Atalanta's night in Dublin. What a performance. What a result. And they will celebrate long into the night, because that is an exceptional performance and an incredible result for Giampiero Gasparini's side. Atalanta are European champions for the very first time. Atalanta have won the 2024 Europa League.
Catch me if I